Welcome, Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is your month ahead reading. We are looking at the shift in energy as well because we are shifting into Beltane season, which is April 30th, May 1st in the Northern Hemisphere. So what we're looking at today is the energy you're cycling out of, what you're moving into, and how ready you are for that shift to take place. So Beltane it marks the midway point between spring equinox and summer solstice. And we celebrate our passions, the abundance of inspiration, the divine fire within, that spark that motivates you, that drives you, that fuels your desires and your passions. So it's really about the ripening of the fruit within. And what we're looking at today for you feels very much like a message about intuition. So the energy you're cycling out of is the Fae. Number 9, this feels like being tricked a little bit. This is a little bit mischievous energy. And it feels so strongly for you that it is about your intuition. Learning how to trust your intuition. Maybe for the last few months you've been really trying to cultivate your intuition, learning how it speaks to you, learning how it communicates, learning what it sounds like, and feeling a little bit frustrated because it's just been misunderstandings. You're like, man, I thought I knew, I thought I understood, I thought I had the right gut feeling, I thought I had the right instinct. The energy that you're moving into is the goddess, and this is full embodiment, like really honing that ability to understand your intuition, to get clarity. Discernment is a big word for the next month, or actually the next season, so the next few months probably. Discernment is going to be kind of what guides you. So honing that ability to understand your intuition and to tap into it, building a really strong connection with it. And it feels like you are very ready for this. We've got the 8 of Wands, and this feels like confirmation that your intuition speaks to you like lightning. Like it is very quick. The Wands in general is a very like fast energy, like burning, quick energy. So what it really feels like for you is that you have these sudden impulses that happen before you even recognize they're happening. What you have been calling your intuition is actually been a mental response to that initial like strike of lightning impulse. It happens so quick, you don't even feel it, you don't even notice it, but it triggers something in your brain. And that mental response is what you have been taking as your intuition. It's not necessarily an ego response, which is a lot of times where we get stuck when we're trying to learn, is this my intuition speaking to me or is this my ego? And for you, it's like your brain is responding to the intuition, not necessarily the ego, but the brain. Like there's an intellectual reasoning or something that happens at almost exactly the same time you get that flash of insight. So it feels like you've been a little bit confused and having a hard time understanding how your intuition speaks to you, because you're like, I thought I had it. I thought I knew what was going on. I thought we were connected, and I guess I was wrong. The invitation is to slow down. In the embodiment of the goddess, I'm really drawn to her like very syrupy, like cup of honey. Like it is slow. It's a slow drip. So in that flash of inspiration, like before you make a decision, before you follow some kind of impulse, the call is to take a sacred breath. Just one pause to just recenter yourself and then like check in. It feels like some intuition exercises might be beneficial for you, and you can look up those follow your intuition. Find what calls to you, what speaks to you. It feels very strongly that you feel like you can't trust your intuition, and that is what's causing the misunderstandings. It's like your brain doesn't trust your gut feelings. So as you have that gut impulse, your brain is like, but you don't understand this. And your gut instinct, your intuition is like, here's what's happening. And it happens so quick. It just happens so fast that it isn't any work. It isn't any effort, but you feeling like you need to think about it. Like the answer will come from your brain, but your brain is already trying to talk your intuition out of what it's trying to say. So you almost always end up with the wrong answer. You actually have such a powerful connection to your intuition. Like you're working as one, and then your brain gets in the way. And I wonder, I'm really drawn to, sometimes Aries is impulsive anyway. Maybe you also have like Mercury in Aries, or something where like you speak before you think, or you're like kind of unfiltered. Like there's a very impulsive energy that maybe feels like, I'm getting the feeling of like a sunburn. So like maybe you've been like burnt in the past by speaking too quickly, acting too quickly. So what you've kind of done is learn from that, and you're like, okay, well, let me pivot. And when I have those impulses, let me like pull back. And rather than taking a sacred pause, you're like putting too much space around it for your head to get in the way. You're like, let me think about it. Thinking is not your strong suit. Like, not that you're not smart or intellectual or whatever, but like when it comes to your intuition, your brain is in the way. This strike of lightning is a divine impulse, and it has nothing to do with your brain or your logical reasoning. Like some things will defy logic, and it feels like you have this need. So maybe it is slightly ego driven, but not consciously, but you have this need to understand why that's the answer. So when you have this impulse that comes up, your brain is like, but why? Why is that the answer? And it like talks it out of it, because the intuition will not talk back. It won't fight. It won't argue. It will just gently sit in its truth and be like, I don't have to defend. Like if you can imagine your gut and your heart talking to your brain, and your gut and your heart is like, we don't need to prove ourselves to you. Like it's up to you if you want to listen. So then almost inevitably your brain gets the way that it wants. Your brain gets to make the decision because the intuition is not talking back. That's a strange that's a strange way to put it, but that feels like that's what's happening. There is one more message coming through here, and it is about a particular goddess, and it's not a goddess that I work with. But her name is Freya, and she feels like, I don't know if you've been called to her or if you have heard her name or you already work with her, but the goddess Freya is kind of observing at this point. There's some kind of like mission or collective energy that you are emitting, or that you are here to be like kind of in service of. And she is kind of like walking side by side with you along your path, but like far away. Like she's just observing. She's just watching what you do. She's just not in a judgmental kind of way, not to see if like you're worthy or whatever, but just to kind of see when you're ready, because there is work for you to do together. Do not feel like you have to prove yourself in any kind of way. Just keep following your path and staying anchored like in your integrity. Like this is such a good time for you to get very connected and anchored in your truth, in your essence. And learning to speak to your intuition, or feeling strongly connected to clear intuition, is kind of the last step before you get to work with her. I don't know what kind of work it is that you'll be doing together, but she is here and ready to guide you when you're ready. And that's what all of this has been, is to get you ready for wherever that journey takes you. Anything else? That actually feels like it, and that's a very short message. But that really is, that's what we've got for you. So, Aries, thank you very much. Hot and fast, just like your intuition, is this message. That's your month ahead reading. That is your Beltane message. And it doesn't have, like, this is timeless. So this will find you when you are in your own internal Beltane season. We talk about the internal fruits ripening. For you, it's that connection to intuition. That's the fruit that's ripening. That's where your energy is going towards. And it is divinely guided. There's a lot of protection around you also at this time. So feels like in this Fae energy of misunderstandings, you might feel like there's some external influence that is clouding your vision or clouding that connection, and it isn't. It's your doubt. It's your self-doubt. It's your brain. It's allowing space for your brain to get in the way and talk your intuition out of what it knows to be true. So there's no external forces working against you. There's nobody in the way. There's no influence on that connection other than your own self-doubt. So this is your time to grow out of that and tap in, do those intuitive exercises. There's a million different things you can do. So just find something and practice every day to cultivate that power, and also change your mindset from confusion. I don't trust my intuition. It's led me the wrong way. Oh my gosh. Also that if you were led the wrong way by your intuition in the past, I'm feeling like for one of you or some of you, there was a decision that you made and you felt like it was your gut, like your gut instinct. Like you felt like it was your intuition. It was not. That was ego. That was leading you. It was like you made a decision based off of a fear. There was some kind of impulse coming up that was like, made it feel urgent. Like if you don't do this, something bad will happen. And then you did it, but then something bad still happened. So then you're like, well, I can't trust my intuition. Like my intuition isn't clear. We're not connected. But it wasn't your intuition that was giving you that information. It was your ego, because your intuition is just gentle. Your intuition is just a gentle message that will keep coming up. It doesn't get any louder. It doesn't get any more urgent. It just is persistent, and you have the choice whether or not to listen to it. It will never trigger fear. It will never trigger a sense of urgency. It's like spam. You know when you get an email that's like, urgent, right now, click on this right now, or we're going to deactivate your account. Like that's a red flag that it isn't true. It's the same with your intuition. If you ever get an impulse that is like, we have to do this right now or something terrible is going to happen, it's spam. That's not your intuition at all. It's a spam email. So learning to trust yourself again after something like that has happened, and shifting from the mindset of, I can't trust my intuition, we are disconnected, I've been tricked in the past by these tricky Fae energies, shifting from that mentality to, I was learning what was and what wasn't my intuition, and now I know, and now I have more certainty, and I'm going to, starting right now, operate from a place of absolute certainty that my intuition speaks to me, and learning what that means. Also in the in the goddess energy, there's a lot about embodiment, and it feels like for you, you have a powerful claircognizant, like where you just know things, and that's why your brain gets in the way, because you know it before your brain recognizes that that's the truth. Claircognizant, but also clairsentient, where you can like feel it in the body. So as you're choosing which intuition exercises to do or to practice, maybe focus on the ones that tune you into your body. Where do you feel a reaction in your body? Is it in your gut? Is it in your heart? Is it in your hands? Is there tingling? Is it like, what kind of sensations are in the body? Because it feels strongly like your intuition is communicating with you through the body as confirmation. It's like you have this claircognizance where you just know the answer, but then you can confirm it. You can like go back and check it with clairsentience. Where do you feel confirmation in the body? So thank you very much, Aries. That is your message for this month. I love you so much. Please take good care. Till next time.